Okay, so welcome to Promo Strategies to Becoming a Woman of Purpose and Influence webinar. Okay, so whenever it has to do with conversations around women, I'm always very excited, right? Like always super excited. So tonight is going to be a very brief one. It's going to be fast. We're going to serve it hot, straight to the point, no bluffs as always, practical, real and pure practical that we're going to be looking at, no plenty theories, something that you're going to use and you're going to be implementing. So I do not want you to miss out in any part of this webinar because it's sure going to blow your mind. All right, so let us run. So hey, meet your coach. So don't mind I'm looking like this today. I've had series of training. This is about my third meeting for today. I've had a physical engagement of I think I trained for about 4 hours today in the early hours of the day. I had another meeting I saw some people were joining, were trying to join before the time. The time was actually 8 p.m. Nigerian time. So just in case you tried to join and you weren't let into the room, that was actually the reason why, because there was another set of meeting going on at that time. And this happens to be another meeting. And after this one, I have yet another one before I go to bed tonight. So it's going to be powerful. It's going to be very quick. It's going to be brief. It's going to come hot. So I want you to make sure, have your notepad, grab your water, make sure you're sitting and you're listening, pay attention. And of course, we're going to have Q&A sessions at the end. So meet Jennifer. In case you're meeting me for the first time, I want you to meet Jennifer. Okay, so I am Africa's #1 women development consultant and expert. And God's trusted servant to bring women into their calling. Yes. This for me is more of bringing women into their calling than it is of anything. I want to see women live with power and purpose. I want to see women live in their most authentic self, right? I want to see women live their life to the fullest. And that is the reason why we're doing this and why we're in this. So I'm a published author of Women Money Journal and other books, a transformational speaker. Just shift back from me. Okay, so a transformational speaker, a multiple award winner, founder the Extraordinary Woman Academy, known as TEWA, founder Top Notch Creative Services. I'm a kingdom addict. Yes, I love the gospel. I'm not ashamed of the gospel. Just in case you're not a Christian joining us, it's my faith, right? And of course, a mother of 2 adorable sons and many children, and a queen married to her heaven ordained king. That's what I love to call myself. So yes, this is Women Money Journal. I bettered this greatness sometime in 2024, earlier this year, because it was better from the place of looking for a very, very holistic journal that I can actually use to, build wealth. Women Money Journal changed my mindset and perspective about money. It helped me understand the importance of, building and creating wealth creation, the place of net worth, gradually building wealth, because wealth is not just something that happens overnight, right? So Women Money Journal is that powerful resource that is going to help you if you're a woman seeking to build some, enormous wealth and create wealth. Women Money Journal is going to help you. Powerful book that has different sections. It's a full color book, beautifully designed for you to want to write, because a lot of times so many people don't want to write, especially when it has to do with money, right? So many people do not want to write. So beautifully designed in full color, and to help you. You get to have the part where you get to log your net worth in, if you have debts you're dealing with and all of those. And hey, the good news. For the next 72 hours, you can get Women Money Journal at an amazing discount. The hard copy goes for a 20,000 naira, that's $20. And you can get it at a 16,500, that's $16.5. And then the e-copy goes for 7,500 naira and a $7.5. So whichever you want, you get to have this discount once you get your own copy within the next 72 hours. So you can chat any of our admins. They're right on here in this meeting. You can indicate in the comment section, and they're going to be right available to attend to you. Let's get straight down to what we have for tonight. All right. So the promise, as you know, if you've ever attended any of my webinars, you would know that I love to start with a promise. I love very clear expectations, right? I don't want you being in this room and guessing, oh, should I be here? Should I be somewhere else? Now, let me tell you, if you're a woman who wants to ever live with your purpose, you want to ever live with influence, you want to be able to, have influence over territories, have influence over people, have influence over things, then this room is for you. And I do not want you going anywhere because it's going to be super amazing. So this is the promise. I will show you my proven strategies, right, to becoming a woman of purpose and influence. I will show you how you can rise from the dungeons of dungeons. I'm going to show you how you can get from the lowest of places if you've ever been there. If you're coming, if you've been born into a place that is doing great already, I'm going to show you how you can move past, riding on certain things about what was built for you and building influence for yourself. Because being a son of an influential man doesn't make you influential yourself. Being a daughter of an influential woman or man doesn't, you have to work your way through. And that's what I'm about to show you tonight. And so I needed to pay keen attention. And so let's do this. All right. So ready to do this, let's dive in straight in. I'm going to start out with my foundational thoughts. Here's my foundational thought, right? Living a purposeful and an influential life is not for certain women. If you're in this room, and just in case you walked in here, you're thinking that living a purposeful life is for certain women. No, I need you to stop right there. Like, stop right there. Don't think it any further. Do not think that thought any further. It is for every woman. Living a purposeful and an influential life is for every woman. It is not for certain type of women. It's not for certain kind of women. It is not for some women. It is for every woman. So I need you to understand that. Like, I need that to sink, and I need you to stay there. And I need you to also know that it is not pride or luxury. You see, influence, purposeful living, influential living is not pride. It's not luxury. Some people think, oh, I want to be a very humble woman. I don't want it. It's not, no, you're getting it wrong. It's not luxury. And I'll tell you why. If you refuse to rise to become influential, those who eventually get influential are going to be the ones to tell you how to live. For example, if you stay in your country, whatever country you're joining from, I know we have different people from different countries right on this webinar. So whatever country it is, the moment the president of your country gives a decree, you will be compelled, you'll be forced to start living that life. So when I talk about influence, people get to think that it's all about the glamour, it's about the fame. I need you to have a mind shift. I want to see influence as a very important part of living. You see income, you see influence. These two things are very, very important part of your life, right? When you talk about influence, impact, income, the three of them, it's not something that is meant for certain people. It's something that is meant for everybody. So if you're a woman watching this right now, it is meant for you. Purposeful living, influential living is for you. It is for you because there are so many people who are hoping, who are looking up to you. There are certain people that you've been sent to, and if you don't rise, they are not going to rise. Imagine what it means. Now, there are certain things that you see some persons do certain things and you're feeling like, oh, why are they doing this? Why are they having to live like this? And all of those. Imagine if you had the power to make influence. Imagine if you are able to get into the decision-making corners. You see that now. You see the reason why you need to rise, right? So it is not luxury. It is not about the fame. It is not some glamour, shiny kind of things. No, it is a very essential and important part of your living. And I want you to start treating it as that from today henceforth. So this is my foundational thought. And on this, we are going to build tonight, okay? So why are so many women not living purposeful and influential lives? I want you to tell me, talk back to me. Why are so many women not living purposeful and influential lives? Give me feedback. I want to hear you. Why do you think women are not living purposeful and influential lives? Chat that in the comment. I want to read that. Tell me, what do you think is the cause? Tell me. Comment in the chat. I want to see that. What do you think is the cause? Why do you think women are not living purposeful? Some women are not living purposeful and influential life. Oh, I see Kemesa said, glad to be here. Amazing. I see Adesola giving me that. Yes. Let's do this. So please type in the chat. Why do you think some women are not living? Awesome. Tijan said their mindset. Yes. Number one, their mindset. I agree. I totally agree. Give me more feedback. I want to hear those. Tell me what you think has stopped people. Some persons have the mindset that this thing is for a certain set of people. Some other persons have the mindset that is for another set of people. So give me all the feedback. I want to hear that. Give me the feedback. Great, great, great. The cultural belief. I agree. The cultural stereotypes that try to, limit women, tell women that women, but the beautiful thing about it is that women are rising to, shatter glass ceilings. Like the breed of women we have these days, my goodness, I am super excited. Inferiority complex, I totally agree. Now, all of these things and many more are the reasons why women do not want to live purposefully, are the reasons why women are not living purposefully. Another reason is fear, the fear of what is going to happen, what is going to become of me, and all of those. And so we are going to be demystifying all of those tonight. I want you for a moment, right? For a single moment, I need you to think and pause and think. What would your life look like if you knew exactly how to start living purposefully, right? What would your life look like if you knew exactly how to start living purposefully? What is your life going to look like if you knew exactly how to live purposefully? What is your life going to look like? What is your life? If you want to have a happy home, you must not have money more than. I agree. I so much agree. I agree with that. What is your life going to look like? I want you to close your eyes and imagine it. So that was me. That is me, not words. That is me in the picture. And that was TWC sometime this year. It's our annual conference, the Extraordinary Woman Conference, where we gather lots of women, so many women. We've had it for 3 years now. This year was the third year. And, for every time we have TWC, I get to imagine what would have happened to some of these women if I didn't step into my purpose. What would have happened to some of these women if I didn't rise to decide to say, I'm going to be that voice that is going to become influential for the right things. I want you to imagine what your life is going to look like. The pain, the unfulfillment, the lack of satisfaction, the dissatisfaction with life. Imagine all of the things. Children that are looking up to you if you're a mother here, and they are hoping that, you get to, they get to have someone who can walk the path and make the journey easier for them. Imagine all of the ways and all of the things that your life is going to look like. And now imagine what your life will look like the moment you start to live your purpose. Imagine the beauty, the happiness, the joy that people will have to, get to make something out of their life on account of you. That people get to see light on account of you. And now, after having imagined this, I want to ask you a question. Do you think that it is still luxury? Do you think that it is not important for you to start living your purpose? I'm not sure. That is definitely not something. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that is why I don't just want you to go through this webinar tonight. I want you to make up your mind. I want you to tell yourself that enough is enough. I'm here to tell you, I'm here to challenge you. I'm here to make up your mind to be your authentic self, yet living your most powerful, purposeful, and influential self. All right. And I'm going to be handing over to you the secrets to doing this. So let's look at this. If you implement 80%, 90, 70% of what I'm going to share with you and you do not get results, it's not even possible. I'm about to hand over to you what is going to cause transformation beyond your imagination. Let me tell you why you must live a purposeful and an influential life. Just a little more to let you know that this conversation we are having is about you, right? Number one, purposeful living is not a luxury or for a selected few. It is for everyone. And I need you to know that. The second one, to be a voice for yourself and others. You need to step into influence because you need to be a voice for yourself and for others. Number three, to bring order to the society. Very important, to bring order to the society. Number four, freedom for yourself and others. If you do not speak, if you do not rise, a time will come when there will be need for a voice to speak in the land. Whatever country, whether you're joining from Kenya, you're joining from Zambia, Ghana, whatever, the UK, the United, wherever you're joining from, a time will come when there will be need for a voice to speak. And because you have not built influence, that voice is going to be lacking. And lack of that voice is going to cause bondage, not just for you, but for others. And I do not want you to be that woman. I want you to be that woman that is going to rise on her path of influence for the sake of freedom for yourself and for others, right? To be amongst decision makers, very important, that your opinion would count. not just in your community, but on a national level, that your opinion will count, right? To live a fulfilled life. To live fulfilled. If you do not live your purposeful self, you will not be living a fulfilled life. Lack of purpose is the reason why a lot of people are going through life unfulfilled. And I need you to know this. The next, to be a blessing to generations and create a path for your children. What will you be remembered for? That is the question. What will you be remembered for? What are you going to be remembered for? And I want you to really, really answer that. What are you going to be remembered for? By the time you have gone through and you have lived, what will you be remembered for? All right, so let's run tonight. So I'm handing over to you my proven strategies for becoming a woman of purpose and influence, right? If you apply 80% of what I am about to teach you with evidence and nothing changes in 6 months, write me an official mail and tell me, Jennifer. So that's my official mail there. And you can also contact me. That's my personal WhatsApp there. Send me a DM and tell me, Jennifer, what you taught me didn't work. And I will apologize publicly. I am that certain about these strategies. And they can work for any woman regardless of your current level. So good, right? We good? So let's do this, okay? Number one, that the first step that you have to take is to discover you. The question is, have you discovered yourself? You can't be talking about purpose and power and influence when you have not discovered yourself. That's a joke, because what are you going to use for the influence? Purpose is part of the path that is going to get you to influence. So you can't be talking about influence when you've not discovered yourself. So I want to ask you, who are you? If someone should walk up to you and say, who are you? Are you in the know? Are you very much aware of who you are? It is very important you answer the question of who you are. So I want you to go back and start to think about those questions. Who are you? Where are you from? Why are you here? Why did you exist some 10 years, not 10 years, 10 decades, okay, we have some people like 10 centuries back. Why did you exist some, very far back? Why now? Don't think there's a reason for the now. The next question I want you to ask yourself is, what can you do? You want to talk about influence. You're going to rise to influence through something. You're going to rise to influence by doing something. What can you do? What is that thing that you can do? What is it? And then where are you going? Where are you headed? When I see how women live every other day, I can tell where they are headed, because there is this urgency in the spirit that comes to where you're headed that makes you not want to do certain things. Where are you headed? Now, to discover who you are, I need you to pay attention to yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your gifts, your talents, and your abilities. Pay attention to these things. So I'm giving you how you can discover you. So, Jennifer, I want to discover myself more. Pay attention to the things I just listed. Pay attention to your strengths. Pay attention to your weaknesses. People like to run away from their weakness, especially ladies. Let me talk to you. You see, a lot of times ladies want to hide their age and stuff like that. People just like to hide. Why are you hiding? Do you know that your weakness is part of you? It's part of what makes you you. And it's part of what is going to help you succeed. Because why? Your weakness might look like, it is not good. It is that part of me that I don't want the world to hear about. There is a reason why those weaknesses are there. And if only you can learn to leverage them and maximize them and start to work on them, you're going to be shocked at the result that is going to deliver. So your weaknesses are also a part of you. They are part of things that you're going to work on that is going to make you a much, much better person. So I want you to take some time and answer this question. Really, who am I? Who am I? When you know who you are, you work in the conviction of who you are. So ask yourself, who am I? Okay. The next one. So here are key tools to self-discovery, right? You're discovering yourself. You're asking yourself this question. These are further tools to help you. Intentionality. Every day, pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to the energy you emit. Pay attention to your emotions. What emotions? What's your most predominant emotion? Do you know? Is it joy? Is it bitterness? Is it anger? Is it rancor? Pay attention to these things, right? Pay attention to yourself. Stop going through your days absent-minded. Like you just want to do this. No. Pay attention. Why did this happen? Why did I respond like that? Because these are part of things that determines and lets you know your components, the areas you need to work on, and the areas you need to maximize more. The next is solitary and evaluation. If you must discover you must learn to get withdrawn. There is the power of withdrawal. Not withdrawing to just stay in your place, but withdrawing to come back. So you must learn. It is very, very important. You must learn to have that place of withdrawal. Very, very important. Very, very important and key. The next is execution, right? Execution. So this meeting is we don't know what happened to our Zoom today. And we've been trying to fix it. We're not sure what the problem is. We'll look at it after that. We'll just notice that a few minutes into our meetings tonight. So this meeting is going to end in a few minutes, but you're still going to be able to use the same link and you're still going to join and would continue. Okay. So just in case it gets off once we very close to the time. All right. So you need to pay attention to these things, right? Very, very important. Now, if you want to discover yourself, you need to try your hands on things. Implementation, execution, try your hands on things. Try out. You do it doesn't work, try again. So that is how you get to now say, oh, so I've tried this. I noticed I'm able to do this one more. I noticed I'm able to do this other one more. I noticed I'm able to do that other one more. And the next is processing feedback. Learn to be a person giving to constructive criticism. Stop calling feedbacks a bluff. I just forget about it. No, don't forget about it. Even when you feel people are not saying the exact things or the exact words, or they are lying about what you're saying, or go through it and ask yourself why. Sieve out the things that are important, the feedbacks that are important, and discard the ones that you don't need. So these are key tools that are going to help you to start discovering yourself. All right, so let's run tonight. Number 2, own your purpose and story. Own it. Especially women. Women a lot of times are ashamed of their story. Very ashamed. Very ashamed of their story. And I don't want you to be in this category of women. And I'll tell you why. If you're intentionally working on yourself to become better, right? To live beyond your past, then your past shouldn't define you. It shouldn't. So you shouldn't let your past define you. Don't ever let it define you. Now, you cannot become in self-denial and hiding. Remember, influence is that you're being known about a thing. You're welling up influence through a thing. Your voice is getting heard. You're gathering and garnering some strength, some mastery over a thing. And because of that, you've become a highly sought after. That is how you grow into influence. Now, to grow into influence, it is not done in self-denial and hiding. You can't keep denying who you are. You can't keep denying your story. Own it. Like, own it. I used to live XYZ life. What matters most is who are you now? Do you know how many people withdraw strength from your story? Do you know how many people your story is going to resonate with? Learn to own your story and purpose. And I'll tell you why a lot of times people don't want to own their purpose. You know, when we talk about this purpose, that is why I'm really going to encourage you, if you're here, either you're signing up for a Med Mentorship program or you're signing up for Impact to Man. These 2 programs are going to help you. Let me tell you why in the course of my work and, you know, being a consultant and a coach, I'm going to tell you why people don't own their purpose. They feel it's small. Yeah, this one is deep purpose. I want to tell you that there is no small purpose. You're the one that is evaluating it by the bigness. Oh, this one calls herself a consultant in the this and the that. And you're looking at it and say, hey, my own is just to help people. There is no small. Until you learn the place of importance of every purpose, you will stop judging your purpose as small. There is absolutely no small purpose. Not even one. Not an iota. No small purpose. But you don't own it. You're ashamed of it. How can I say this thing? I'm not saying some people say, no, this thing cannot be my purpose. My purpose has to be something, you know, very strong, very serious. When I call it, when I talk about it, people be like, yes. My God, this is purpose. Like, my goodness. Can you talk about this some more? How many of you? There is no small purpose. See, I am very good with showing people how to make that seemingly small thing look so big that the world will come for it. Yeah. Yes. Because I have come to understand the mechanisms and the critical factors that make these things work. Nobody is going to magnify you. Nobody is going to magnify what you do. People are going to respond to how you respond to things around you. So I hear women tell me say a lot of times, people, they're not respecting me. Excuse me? Do you know that respect is not commanded? It's not demanded. It is earned. Would you respect me now? For example, you get to your in-laws place. Let's say, for example, let's bring this thing home. Let's drive it home, right? You get to your in-laws place and you say you don't respect me. Why do you think they don't respect you? Do you know there are certain kind of men that their in-laws don't dare? They know the quality of these women. Are they playing? Like they can't play. They can't play. They don't even dare it. So rather than continue to blame people, can't you go back and take responsibility and even ask yourself, why is it so? What could I be doing wrong? What could I be missing it? When you play down on what you do, when you play down on yourself, don't expect people to magnify it. They're not going to. They are only going to respond to what you do. They're going to respond to how you painted yourself, the picture you painted about yourself, what you have shown about yourself. That is what they're going to respond to, not what is in your head. Nobody responds to what is in your head. For goodness sake, we are not in your head. Why are you expecting us to get? You're the only one that sees the big picture. We don't see it. Show us. Show us that you're a powerful woman. Show us you're a woman that cannot be messed with. Show us that you can be authentic, firm, with firm boundaries, yet so gracious. Show us. Playing down on things that you can do. You play down on your abilities. You play down on your capacity. You play down on literally everything, especially women. You get into the office place and you get into the workplace. You're going to see how a man who cannot do quarter of what a particular female staff can do be so loud, so bold. Yeah, the person that can do the work shine away. I don't want them to know me. I don't want them to think. Why? Sisters, why? Why? I came to ask you why. How will you live in purpose and influence like that? I want you to know that becoming is a bold and an audacious step. Dare. Let's dare. Complacency is the burial ground of kings. Excuses is the burial ground of kings. They never emerge. There's one reason why I can't do it. Today is another reason why I cannot do it. Tomorrow, there is this reason. Next tomorrow, there is this one. There keeps being a reason and a reason and a reason. Learn to dare. Be audacious. It's 2025. Make it your most audacious year. And watch out. You're going to write me and you're going to say, Jennifer, thank you for this webinar. See, I could have charged nothing less than a 20,000 naira for this webinar. And trust me, people are going to pay. People are going to get into the webinar. And they're still going to learn. But I'm handing you over what is going to transform your life at no cost. Don't joke with it. Run. Like, I need you to run with it. I want you to go. What are those things that you have dreamt of in your heart that looks like, see, I love to dare. Oh, hey, I am the audacious Jennifer. Like, there's nothing that is too big. We're going to break. I don't care the mountain. I would rather fail trying than not try. Because when I fail, I have learned what doesn't work. When I fail, I have learned how it shouldn't be done. When I fail, in the process of my failure, a master is being birthed. I am birthing mastery. So tomorrow I'm going to use my failures. I'm going to help them say, no, don't go there. I know how that place looks like. I know what is that. I know what the end is. No, don't go there. I need you to go this place. No, I need you to go this other place. Why are you afraid of daring? Why are you afraid? I want you to dare. Be audacious. Be audacious. Be bold. See, let me tell you, there's no humility in hiding. Some of you think that hiding is about being, it's not humility. It's not, let's stop mixing these things up. In fact, when you truly know when you are humble is when you have power at your disposal. You don't have to think, no, can't see that. You don't know yet. You don't know nada. When you have full power, that's why sometimes I look at men and say, oh, my wife is submissive. And I ask, what is your wife doing? They say, no, she's still a style. I say, wait until she has her own. Let's know if she's submissive. Submission is that I have the power. I choose to stay under. So when you don't have the power, how do you know what you're capable of doing? Let's run. Are you enjoying tonight? Tell me in the comment section. Give me feedback, right? So I want you to own that story from today. What is that story? Of course, I'm going to also bring a balance, the sensitivity of timing. There's a sensitivity of timing in sharing your story. But the most important thing is that from your own self, you have embraced it. Some people live in self-denial. Why are you denying it? Embrace it. Embrace it. Because in embracing it is where you find healing. Stop trying to shove it under the carpet. You put it inside boxes, you lock them up, and you act like these things don't exist. When they do, that ugly past, embrace it. It does. You did it. What matters most is what are the lessons you've learned. So it is very, very important that you embrace it, right? Own your story, own those strengths, own those weaknesses, own those mistakes, own those past. There is no becoming for you till you stop letting your past define you. Absolutely no becoming for you until you stop letting your past define you. The moment you choose to navigate through and stop letting your past define you, then that is it. So there is no becoming until you stop letting your past define you. So embrace it. Very important. Embrace your identity. Embrace your uniqueness. Embrace your strengths. Embrace your mistakes. Very, very important, okay? So let's run. So here is how to own your story. A few tips to help you to own your story. Number one, change your perspective. When a past looks so ugly, it's because of a perspective. Yes, it is ugly, no doubt. But your perspective about it, oh, I can use this thing to help other people get better. Oh, I can do X, Y, Z with this thing. Your perspective about it is going to change the narrative a lot. So change your perspective. Change your perspective about yourself. Change your perspective about your capacities and abilities. Change your perspective about your weaknesses. I can be weak in this area, but I'm going to work on myself and I'm going to become better, right? The next is embrace your identity and mistakes. I made those mistakes. That is who I used to be, but that is fine. And of course, retrace your steps and work on having a new identity. Very important. So let's run. Number 3, develop unmatched confidence. Develop the kind of confidence that is so unmatched, that cannot be shaken, that cannot shake, that like unmatched confidence. I want you to learn to develop unmatched confidence. And I'm going to share with you few tips to develop confidence, right? The first is through execution. You develop confidence through execution. Imagine that you had a project and you carried out that project. What do you think is going to be? What do you think your life is going to be? What do you think your life is going to look like? You had a project and you carried out the project. How do you think your life is going to look like? You're going to be so proud. You're not going to think twice about trying again. It's like, it's not this thing, we can do it, like, give it all the vibes. So through execution, learn to execute. Very, very important. Learn to execute, right? The next is never being afraid of failure. Failure is part of life. Agree. Admit it. Embrace it. When you fail in a thing, you've just learned how to do it better. What matters is, are you learning the important lessons you should be learning in failure? That's the most important thing. If you're learning the lesson, it is gain. Count it all gain. Count it all joy, right? The next is daring and being audacious. If you ever want to develop confidence, then it is important that you dare and become an audacious person. Very important, okay? So these are a few tips that can help you build confidence. And of course, when we get to our programs, the Emerging Mentorship Program especially, we deal more with these things. Number 4, rise without compromise. Don't be a woman who rises compromising her standards. No, it doesn't make sense. The goal is that you rise while being your authentic and valuable self. Authenticity and value, any day, anytime. Authenticity and value, any day, anytime. So you need to rise. Rise without compromising. Don't compromise. Don't compromise. Don't try to rise to influence and you're compromising. No, don't compromise. Rise being your authentic self. Very, very important. Rise being your authentic self. Don't ever compromise. And that is why you must be a woman of value. Be a woman filled with value. Have your values. Have your standards. Don't just be a woman who doesn't have value. No. Be a woman of value, known for value. Rise without compromising. They say, oh, you have to do this one, you have to do that one, you have to do, it's against your standard. No, that's not rising. The goal is that you can rise and your voice can still be tall. And not that you rise and you're hiding your voice because of how the process you follow to rise. No. Rise without compromising. And I want to add honor. Honor while rising. Honoring people is part of what will get you to your place of influence. Don't be a woman who disregard or play down on honor. No. Learn to honor people. Honor people. Very, very important. Learn to honor people. Okay, so let's run. Number 5, clarity of identity. You command influence by being known for a thing. Influence is not in isolation. Influence is that this person can do this and has now become a highly sought after, and so he or she is commanding influence. That's it. That's how influence happens. You command influence. What are you going to be known for that would shoot you out and project you into the limelight? Example, I am known for women development. Any day, any time. Africa's #1. Beyond my nation and my country, Nigeria. What are you known for? How are you pressing towards becoming in it? How are you pressing towards attaining? Some of us, we don't invest in ourselves. I thought in the last webinar, I said, don't ever check or evaluate investment in yourself as a cost. It's an investment. When you are checking cost, don't check it by paper, your country currency. No, you check cost by what will be of you, what will become of you, the consequences of not doing that. That's the real cost. Imagine a person is supposed to go to the hospital to take care of themselves, and they're checking paper, the amount they're going to pay. They are supposed to be checking what will become of me if I do not go. Does it make sense? So I want you to learn to have clarity of identity. Very, very important. Clarity of identity would make you soar. If you have to pay to get clarity, please pay for someone that's gone ahead of you to hold you by the hand. That is one of the things I love about the Emerge Mentorship Program. It breaks down clarity, like it gives you that, even the Impact Woman Program, it gives you that clarity that you need. Breaks it down, that big thing in your mind, pieces it, and you can run with it. So clarity of identity. You command influence by being known for a thing, not by being a person who is known for nothing, who is hiding. Nobody commands influence in hiding. No. You command influence by being known for a thing. And I want you to, from today, ensure that you start to work on these things. Don't just listen and go back. No, work on them, right? The next is live with passion, intentionality, and commitment. A passionless life is a lot. You can't attain influence. Influence comes, there's a passion. Influence is a force. There's a drive that drives you through becoming an influential person. So you must learn to live with passion, intentionality, and commitment. You don't attain influence by today, you are here, tomorrow you are there. No. Sit down and stay through the process. Sit down and go through the process. Very important. Sit down and go through the process. You cannot. There has to be that passion. There is a fire that passion comes. That is why, okay, so for example, I'm going to use myself for example. I've been training all day, had a 4-hour engagement training, had another one before I came on this call, having the next one. I'm going to have another one after this. Passion is my drive. I saw someone sent me a message, someone that was in the training I had, when the person viewed my status and saw the post that I made about tonight, so I was like, how do you do it? Don't you even get some rest? Passion is my drive that people become. So the passion burns the fire of weakness. By the time I'm done now, I'll be like, okay, let me go and get some. But right now, we can do this for the next 2 hours and I go nowhere. That's what passion does. You want to live a passionless life. That is why you should be channeling your energy in life towards the things you're passionate about. If you do not know, begin to develop and create passion around the things that you do. You can't make so much if you're not passionate. Yeah. No, absolutely. Right? Okay, so I want you to start from today to start living with passion, intentionality, and commitment. Be intentional about your identity. Women of influence don't talk anyhow. Women of influence can't be found anywhere. Women of influence don't do things anyhow. They are very intentional. They build their charisma. They coordinate themselves. Be intentional about your daily living. Not monthly, not a new year is coming now. People are going to, oh, in the year, I'm going to work on this. In this year, I'm going to do this. Be intentional. Be intentional about yourself. Intentionality will deliver you so much result beyond your imagination. Intentionality will point out to you when you're not being productive. Intentionality will tell you when your effectiveness is dropping. Be intentional, right? So live with passion, intentionality, and commitment. Let's run. The next is learn to communicate your vision clearly. I love communication a lot, and I'm going to tell you why. A vision that is poorly communicated is not going to make any headway. A vision that cannot be communicated will not still make any headway. Some of you have vision, but you don't know how to communicate it. Imagine that I am in need of what should I use for an example now, of a professional a professional project manager. And you're a professional project manager. And you come to me. I am in need of a professional project manager who can do this, and this for me. And then you come to me and tell me, Ma, I'm a professional project manager. Like, you don't know me. I'm a professional. And so I'm not going to eat professional now. I'm not going to eat professionalism. You are not communicating what you can do. I'm a project manager who can save you time, energy, and resources. You get to have excellence, even if you're not at XYZ, you're not at this place, you're not at that place. I'm a project manager that is very detailed, pays attention to details, beats deadlines, does this. I can deliver projects within the budget. Budget affordability, maximization is now you're speaking my language. Learn to communicate. Very, very important. Learn to communicate your vision clearly. And I'm going to share with you some tips to further help you. You know, I love you people a lot. And so I'm going to keep sharing these things, right? I'm going to share with you some tips to further help you in communicating your vision. So the first is have clarity of your vision and mission. I am going here. This is how I want to get there. Clarity. Clarity of the vision and the mission. Very important. The next is develop your power self-elevator speech. Do you know that when you should be introducing yourself, you don't prepare your introduction speech at the battlefield. You should have a power self-elevator speech that you've put together already. That by the time you come out, you're on it. People are like, my goodness, that's amazing. Develop your power self-elevator speech. Your power self-elevator speech is that pitch that you use to introduce yourself that, you know, addresses or presents you in a certain way and portrays your giftings and the things you do while magnifying and highlighting them. So very important. The next is your vision language structure. Are you saying what resonates with people? You're just speaking big English. What you're saying, how does it resonate with people? Do they understand it at all? I'm a professional interpro of the. What's that? Get straight to the point and tell us. I help people make XYZ clothes that suits them in XYZ. Now you're talking to us. I help women live a life. I'm a professional women. What does women development mean to you, my dear? We don't know. Tell us. Give me 3 months of your life, and I'm going to help you move from point this to point that. Give me 1 year of your life, and I'm going to help you go from the point of not knowing where to do, what to do with your life, where you are, to the point where you're living your most impactful life, a fulfilled life, and you're creating wealth. Now you're talking. Your language structure, your vision language structure, it has to be in place because these are the powerful keywords that you're going to be using to communicate. This keyword has to resonate, right? And then emphasis on the solution that you bring. Stop telling us about the product, what you can do. We want to know how that is going to help our life. Enough of the big grammar. Can you tell us, some of you on this webinar, because this webinar is going to help you learn how to become a woman who can live her purpose and her influence. Is it helping you? Yes. Are you learning how? Yes. Be very clear. Tell us the solution, not the product. You don't know. I have a powerful powder. Can you tell me what the powder does? Oh, I don't know. There are so many powerful powders. So very, very important, okay? So let's roll. All right. So number 8, develop your majesticness. I love majestic women so much, like so much. Develop. Do you know that your majesticness is developed? You develop it. Some of you think, oh, how do you do all the things you do? So with so much grace, so much charisma, excellence is developed. Nobody was born with it and was handed it over. It is developed. Develop your majesticness, right? How do you develop your majesticness? I'm still going to help you further. Replace fear and doubt with faith. Fix your mindset. Replace all the fear, all of the doubt. Replace them with faith and fix your mindset. Very, very important. Very, very important. Replace it with faith. The next, step into rooms and own it. Don't be walking into a room, you're hiding, you're like, hey, Judy, oh, it's not humility. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop behaving like that. It's not humility. Can you walk into a room boldly, looking all gracious in your glamour? Go hold somebody straight in the hand, hold them, look them. I hope you know how to shake. Look them and say, hi, Mr. Martins, great to see you. I'm super excited that I'm here. Let's get to talk about the hand. They're listening to you. They'll say, yeah, okay, who's this? Especially those of you in Africa, people do this a lot. Stop it. Stop it. Develop your majesticness. It is not being rude. It is learning how to own your room. Enter a room and own it. Of course, if it's a room filled with elders, the place of honor. When you enter rooms with elders, it's not like you disappear. You are still, you need to learn how to sit with kings and not dishonor kings. It's a skill, a powerful skill for any woman who wants to go far. You need to learn how to sit on the table with kings, make contributions when necessary, and still not dishonor kings and own the room. It's a skill that you must learn. How do you do this? Show grace, strength, and authority with intelligence. What is the need of wearing a wig that is cost over ₦1 million or over $1,000 without anything inside the head? Some of you need to go and really invest without not no now. What do you think you want to do and grab attention? The beauty is going to get, they're going to be like, oh, fine lady, there's a place they're waiting for you. On the table, we're not checking beauty. When we get to the table, we're checking intellect. What's on the inside? What's in your head? What do you bring to the table? What can you communicate? And that is where you own this room by showing grace, showing authority, not being boastful. Authority is not being boastful. You need to understand the skill of authority. And then at the same time, showing intelligence. That is blowing. They're like, my goodness, where did you come from? So much. You seem to know a lot. And like, we just learn to work on yourself. Very important. Stop joking with working on yourself, right? Stop joking with it. And that brings me to the next one, invest in yourself. You invest in yourself because you understand that you are your greatest investment. You can invest in yourself and that investment will bet landed properties. That investment will bet machines. That investment will bet gadgets. Like that investment will bet a lot of things. Invest in yourself. Learn to invest in yourself. Sometimes you're investing in things that don't matter, material things. You're buying clothes, you're buying shoes, you're buying, especially ladies, you're buying bags, but you're not investing in your mind. What you want to use and reproduce, these things are not their liability. Investment in yourself is the real content, is the main thing. Very important. And that is why I want to say this. The only sustainable way to transform your life is to invest in yourself. No other way. No other way. That is the only sustainable way. You can sustain it because it is coming from you. The only sustainable way to transform your life, you can't be transforming your life with externals. You don't have so much control over it. But when you are sustaining from your inside, the investment you have made in yourself, then that right there is it. And that is why I want to seek your permission today and share with you some of the amazing products that we have that is going to help you invest in yourself. And even if you're sitting in this room, you're saying, oh, okay, I can get to do this one. Make sure, are you ending this year investing in yourself? are you ending this year? What investments are you making in you? Very, very important. And I'm super excited about these two products that I'm about to show you. If you go through these products and put in the work, what I am telling you is there is no way, like nothing can stop you from becoming the woman living your purpose and influence. Absolutely nothing. Take my word for it. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm so sure. If you put in the work and do what you've been asked to do in any of these programs, absolutely nothing can stop you. All right. So the first is the Emerge Mentorship Program. So the Emerge Mentorship Program is a startup program at the Extraordinary Woman Academy. So I'm looking at starting out on my investment journey. I'm trying to learn more about myself. I'm trying to discover myself. I'm trying to work on myself and all of those. Emerge Mentorship Program is your go-to program. Don't even go for Impact Woman. No, God, start from Emerge. Because that has been designed to deliver you the results that you seek. So Emerge Mentorship Program is a 6-week transformational mentorship program for women seeking clarity of purpose with an intense desire to become more, right? Emerge will help you gain clarity and direction for speed. Emerge is going to help you gain self-mastery. It is going to help you break bad habits and build healthy habits. It is going to help you build unmatched confidence and self-esteem. It is going to help you boost productivity. And here are some of the highlights, how the program works, right? There are the daily self-paced trainings, the support community, the virtual live mentorship sessions, 14 days visibility challenge. In that 14 days is a text-based and it's a video-based. There is accountability structure to get you to do what you're supposed to do. There is the certificate of completion. The best participant also goes on with a cash prize. Can you imagine that? Access to exclusive opportunities. We had some persons, like about the 2 persons get jobs in the last Emerge. And of course, whenever I get an opportunity, I will share it first with my community because these are people that I have trained, right? There is access to the Emerge post-program support community. So all of these and many more are what you get in the Emerge Mentorship Program. If you're that woman saying to yourself and you're saying, I want to change my life, I want to change the trajectory, enough is enough. See, let me tell you some of the dangers of not investing in yourself. The quality of your person will determine who you marry. The quality of the person will determine the kind of job you would have. The quality of your person will determine how much you will earn. I want to earn high, I want to earn high. You have to invest in yourself. The quality of your person will determine your circle of friends. It's a lot. So why are you joking with something as important as personal investment? And in all of this investment, personal transformation, when women come and tell me, oh, I want to earn more, I say, go and go through. When you need to know why you need to earn. You need to discover yourself and have passion because that is part of what is going to help you earn. When you're approaching earning not from a hustler's mindset, but from a point of knowing what you can offer and what you bring to the table. So if you're in this room watching this webinar, then, hey, this is me saying to you, either you're signing up for Emerge or you're signing up for Impact Woman. Emerge starts on the 16th of February, 2024. But of course, before then, there are some things you'll be given to do, like pre-program preparatory activities that is going to kick off sometime in January. So I want you to hurry. And here is the good news. Emerge goes for an investment fee. That is the group. We have the one-to-one. The group goes for an investment fee of a 30,000 naira, which is a $30. But for this week, 72 hours, between now and Sunday, the discount fee goes up by Sunday. That is why you need to hurry and reserve your slot. You're going to be saving 10,000 naira or $10 whooping discounts. Why are you sleeping on it? So hurry and go ahead and make your payment to reserve your slot. And just in case you're saying, oh, so I don't have all the money, you can also reserve your slot, make an installment payment, and then you get to complete your payment within a stipulated time, right? And then let's talk about the Impact Woman Coaching Program. So the Impact Woman Coaching Program is for women who are ready for field work. This category of women are ready to launch. They are ready to bring their best foot forward. They are ready to do what is involved. Like, they are ready to really launch or scale. So the Impact Woman is a coaching program that helps you to launch or scale your impact message in 90 days or less. So unlike the Emerge is a 6 weeks, Impact Woman is a 3 months. 90 days, that is 12 weeks coaching program, right? And it runs for 3 months. We cover a lot of things like impact message breakdown, productivity, developing your roadmap, your 5-year blueprint, productization, branding, cash flow, both for profit, non-profit, profitability, in terms of reach, in terms of outcomes. Like, it's a whole lot. The curriculum is amazing. It's mind-blowing. Structures, systems. Impact Woman is more of an intensive, right? And it is going for, the group coaching is at the 117,000 naira, which is $117. You can get in at the discount offer of 90,000, which is $90. Of course, the early bird also disappears soon. And then the one-to-one coaching for Impact Woman is at 850,000, with an early bird of 650,000. So 850,000 naira or $850, and then 650,000 naira or $650. All right. So whichever one that it is you want to go for, I really, really want to encourage you. Make sure you're signing up for any of these programs. Very important. Either you're going for Emerge or you're going for the Impact Woman. Invest in yourself. Remember, in the Impact Woman, part of what I teach women is how to make so much out of your assignments. I'm not joking. I literally hand them over the blueprints that will deliver that result to them. So your woman who's worried, oh, I can't earn. Sometimes when I hear people say, oh, I don't have all the money, I want you to understand that sometimes you would have to make sacrifices to invest in yourself. I have made a lot of those. Like, there are certain programs I want to sign up for. If the coach even tells me, don't worry, don't wait for it, I say, I'm not waiting, because I need to go through this to have the results that will help me earn better. And that is why we have Emerge, a place where you can start from. It's a very low fee, low entry, low price, not even up to, I think Emerge is about, when you break it up, it's about $480. That's about not even up to $1, right? For a day. Why wouldn't you invest in yourself? Why would you do that? So this is me encouraging us to go ahead and invest in ourselves. And if you have further questions you want to ask, our DMs are open. Our admins are there to attend to you. Please feel free to ask all of your questions. Wanting to also do well, follow us on our social media handles, Facebook and Instagram, The Extraordinary Woman Academy. Follow me. You can follow me personally. I'm Jennifer Chinenwa in Emma-Obadi. So ensure that you're following us on our social media. You're inviting your friends. You're sharing these opportunities with them. Because, of course, friends that work together will always, 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 always make the best places in life. So, this is where we begin to wrap up tonight's session. But as always, I wouldn't go without first asking if you have any questions. So do we have any questions tonight from what we have learned on becoming a woman of purpose and influence? Any questions just before we run along tonight? And so I can also catch my next appointment, right? So do we have any questions? Any questions at all? You can type them in the comments, in the chat. So tell me, how was the session? For those of us that stay true, how was the session for you? Tell me in the chat. I want to see that. How was it? How was it? Give me feedback. How was it? How was it? Awesome. Adesola is giving us amazing. I love that. So tell me. Good. How was this session for you tonight? If you also have questions, please chat the comment section. I'm here and I'm reading through. How was the session for you? Share with me. How was the session for you? How was it? How was it? How was it? How was it? How was the session? What did you learn? What are you going back with tonight? Give me feedback. I know some persons who are joining us initially are not here, but those of us who are here, give us feedback. Also, Adesola said eye-opening. I love that fact that he's been able to open up your mind and your eye. Amazing. Okay, so any questions or more feedback, feel free to send in and we are going to, of course, attend to you. So just in case you want to respond to us in the community, send us a private message and we are going to, of course, respond to you and give you a feedback. So give me those powerful feedbacks. How was it? How was it? How was the session for you? Was it amazing? What are you going back with? What did you learn that you're going back to go and implement? And yes, there will be a replay. So if you missed out on any part, no need to panic, no need to fear. There is going to be a replay for you. Alrighty, so this is where we come to the end of tonight's session, and this is my parting word for you. I want to say this to you. Every woman has potentials embedded on her inside that can transform her and her world. She just needs to believe and harness it. So thank you so much for joining the webinar tonight. And of course, we look forward to another amazing time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this is where we call it a wrap for tonight. Yip, 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 yip. Thank you so much. And here's wishing you an amazing night rest. You're going to get the replay before the week runs out, and you will be able to catch up on the replay. So here's wishing you an amazing weekend.